YouTube? My name is Mario, aka the Loot Box Hero, aka YouTube's greatest fat man here, bringing you another video. Alright, so for the first time on this channel, I'm going to talk about Overwatch. Alright, so I'm a huge Overwatch fan. Alright, Overwatch is probably my main multiplayer game that I play outside of like family stuff like, you know, Mario Party and Mario Kart and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, when I get on the sticks on Overwatch though, it's a whole different thing, cuz I'm coming to crush people. Alright, I dig Overwatch. And so, of course, you know, I can't wait for the Overwatch 2 beta. Hopefully I get in. I did sign up. I was able to sign up. I got the green. I'm good. Hopefully I get the email that says I'm into the beta. Now, I stream Overwatch over on my streaming channel, RSM Plays. Link in the description and in the comment down below. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Overwatch 2. They just announced the new rework for Doomfist, who is a tank now, and Orisa, who has a spear. So of course, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button, and do all that stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. Cause this is my 4th video on the 2nd channel, bro. I've been feeding y'all good, man. I've been feeding y'all good. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick. Doomfist first. So Doomfist was a DPS. If you don't know what DPS is, let me move my face over here. So Doomfist was a DPS. So he was a damage healer, a damage character. And essentially, he was kind of like I would kind of say he was like he's a melee character. He uses a big giant fist. And the basic strategy with Doomfist was to go into the enemy backline and mess with the squishies. Find yourself a squishy, either a support, DPS, you know, somebody that's killable, and kill them, assassinate people, punch them, smack them into the wall because that's an instant kill when that happens. You know, displace them by, you know, hitting them with an uppercut or hitting them with a seismic slam. And so now he's a tank that does that. So his health is increased to 450, which that's very scary. Like freaking imagine if DPS freaking Doomfist had 450 health. Hand cannon, ammo recovery increased to once every 0.4 seconds, which that's a lot. Damage reduced from 6 to 5 per pellet, which that also is a lot because he has a shotgun, like a hand shotgun in his other hand, which is his primary fire. And so, like, basically, I don't know how many pellets it is, but by reducing the pellet, the damage per pellet, you reduce the overall damage of his shots. Power block. So protect yourself from frontal attacks by blocking heavy damage. Empowers rocket punch. So essentially he can block with his fist, and I guess the damage he receives on that big giant fist powers up his rocket. Okay, that's kind of cool, because again, his main thing is the power punch. So he does like this, and he goes forward. And it attacks people. It hits people. It punches people. And if you can smack somebody into a wall, it's an instant kill. And of course, you know, you can smack people off of cliffs. You can also use it to just knock people out of position so that somebody else could kill them. Like, say you're trying to knock somebody outside of a shield so a widow or some other DPS could pick them off. Or you're trying to knock a tank out of position so that you can, you know, kill him or kill somebody behind him. All kind of stuff like that. Empowered rocket punch travels faster, further, and deals more damage. Ooh, uppercut. So they removed his uppercut ability because originally he had 3 abilities. He had the power punch, he had the seismic slam, which is essentially where he would slam his forearm into the ground, and it would pop up like people in a small radius around him. And then he could, like, you know, do something else, like either power punch or uppercut, which knocks one person in front of him even further up, and then he can finish him off with the hand cannon and then get out. Rocket Punch. So max charge time is reduced to 1 second, which that means he can power it up in 1 second instead of like I think it's what 1.5 or 2 seconds now. Impact damage reduced from 15 to 30. Okay, that's a lot. That means you're really gonna have to like, yeah, that's a lot of damage reduced. Wall damage also reduced from 20 to 40. Ooh, that's not good either. Seismic Slam now launches you just like Winston's Leap. So, and I mean, on landing, it deals damage and slows enemies. All these slows, bro. This is the second slow in this game. One of the problems with Overwatch is there are too many slows, stuns, and things like that. You know, there's too many of those in the game. All right, everybody and their mama got a stun. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of annoying. But now we have another stun in the game, and it's Doomfist. But I guess I can kind of see why they did that, because slow you down so that he could set up for the rocket punch and he can do his combos. Meteor Strike now adds a slow to all enemies hit in the outer ring damage. Now adds a slow to all enemies hit. Outer ring damage reduced from 100 to 15. Wait, whoa. So it only does 15 damage? Bruh, that's dead. Like, that's stupid. I mean, well, I have to see it when it comes out. Activation time reduced to half a second. So, because originally, well, I guess I could show you Doomfist. Let me show you Doomfist. Let me. You know what I'm saying? You can do the, and then you do the uppercut.
I can read your every move.
Like that. You can do that. Or you can do one of these numbers.
Flatter.
No, so I almost got the alt real quick. Alright, now I got the alt. So with his ultimate,
Meteor Strike.
Meteor Strike. You just land in here. Boom.
Your skin.
Double kill.
And it does damage. The closer you are to him, the more damage it does. So, I mean, reducing the outer ring damage to 15, meaning it does barely that much damage to people outside the immediate ring, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to Doomfist Tank. Like, you know, at least I don't have to deal with him. Like, Doomfist can cause some major friggin' carnage in a game. Alright, just being honest. So for Orisa, we have... so Orisa was always a tank. She was more of a defensive tank. She had a shield, a big old machine gun. You know, and she could pull people. You know what I'm saying? Now I think they've completely reworked her, because if you don't know how to play Orisa, you're probably gonna feed. You're probably gonna get jumped and die. They're gonna dive you, and yeah, it's just not good. It just doesn't. Sometimes it just doesn't feel good playing Orisa. So augmented fusion driver. Fusion driver is her big machine gun. Now rapidly fires large projectiles. Projectiles start large and shrink down. Okay. Uses a heat mechanic instead of ammo reload. So essentially, it overheats. So you don't have to reload. You just have to cool it down. Okay. Launch your javelin at an enemy to stun it and knock them back. More effective if enemy hits a wall. So it's kind of like the Doomfist Fist, except it's not a one-hit kill. It's more to immobilize an enemy. So if you hit the enemy with the javelin, it can stun them. But if you hit the enemy with the javelin and stick them to a wall, it's even more effective. Fortify. So Fortify, she basically does this thing like this, and she turns gold. And essentially, it's like it increases her defense and stuff like that. Now also gains 125 temporary health, so that is kind of like It's kind of like what Ball has now in the regular game. Now also slowed by 20%. Okay, I can see that. They need a drawback to something like that. Reduces heat generated from firing by 50% while active. So you can shoot longer. You have more health, but you're slower. I get it. Javelin spin. So spin your javelin to destroy projectiles, push enemies, and increase forward speed. So that's kind of lit, because that means that I guess that replaces her shield. You know, you spin the javelin, and as you spin the javelin, it deflects or destroys projectiles, so that's any incoming ordnance, and then it allows you to move forward faster, and it pushes enemies back. That's kind of lit. I ain't gonna lie. Terra Surge, sweep in enemies. Oh, this is her ultimate. Okay, sweep in enemies, sweep in enemies and anchor down, gaining the effects of fortify and charging up a surge of damage. Use primary fire to unleash the surge early. A surge of damage. So is this like a... So this is like an AoE type of thing. So like, she anchors herself to one location. She can't move. She gets to fortify, and then she surges damage out at the ground. So it's kind of like in a weird way, it's kind of like, Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, except for it's around her and not directly in front of her, and she can't move while she's doing it. Which, okay. Abilities removed: her barrier, halt, and supercharger. Because her old ability was supercharger, was her ultimate, where she puts down this like African bongo, and it supercharges everybody on the team. It increases everybody's offensive power, so they all do more damage. And then halt, of course, was this thing that pulled you. So like it's a ball of light. She throws it out, and once you activate it, it activates a pull that snatches people back to where the light is. So if somebody's trying to dip around a corner to get away from damage, you can use the halt to snatch them back and then kill them. And then of course the protective barrier was just her barrier, that's crazy. Alright, like this is kind of lit. I can't wait. This right here I can't wait for. The Doomfist stuff looks interesting, but this could make Orisa playable. So that's about it. Of course, if you want more videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, and do all that good stuff. Of course, have a nice day, and I won't say keep it real. I messed up my sign. Have yourself a good one. That's the sign off for this channel.